The Aztec calendar is derived through a concept called loke na woke, and it's very much a concept or a model, a way of looking how things work. It doesn't mean that explanation covers everything, but it's a practical model on how things in the universe basically work. And loke means, it really means together, and nawoke, it literally means to swirl around. So loke na woke, the literal translation would be swirling around together, which, just by the term doesn't really tell you much, unless you put it into some kind of a pattern or some kind of a shape or a form. So, for example, the hand is loke na woke. See, when you look at the motion of a hand, loke, and then you open it to continue moving, na woke, loke, na woke, loke, na woke, loke, na woke. Or everything that moves. Our bodies are a bunch of parts that swirl around each other and are together. And so, we see that everything is loke na woke. Everything is together, swirling. Yes?
So basically anything that's like moving in general?
Well, it's not just moving, but existing.
Oh, like life?
Yes.
Anything that basically has life?
No, anything that has motion.
Okay. Oh yeah, because like trees have life, but they have no motion.
No, they do. Everything has motion. Everything has motion. Everything. There's nothing that's standing still. Nothing.
Okay.
So everything is loke na woke. It's just my hand is loke na woke, my body is loke na woke, my face is loke na woke. Because everything is always in motion. Everything is always in motion. So, but how do things move? Things don't move, like scattered. They seem to move, the bodies move in parts swirling around each other. And it's just an idea. It's an idea. And from there, when you look at loke na woke, like my hand is loke na woke. When I put it in loke, okay, the geometric shape that I get is a square. There's a square. And then as it opens up, that's a circle. And when you look at my face, if this is the center, I can forms a circle, but it also forms a square. So the application of loke na woke in geometry is through a circle and a square. And so you have a square, you have a circle. Okay. Ahí voy. So the human body, when you put it in the form of a T, like Leonardo da Vinci did. There's a human body in the form of a T, creates a square. When you put the human body in the form of an X, it creates a circle. Now, this square and this circle have a relationship. They have a Tloque na Woke relationship. The circumference of this circle is equal to the perimeter of this square. When you look at the human face and the circle around the human face, the circumference is equal to the perimeter of the square of the human face. That's why the Aztec calendar has a face in the center. The nose is the center, and then from right here you can trace a circle, and then it has a line right there because the head is missing. It's just the face.
Yeah.
This line
makes a square.
Makes a square, and the circle here and the square have this relationship where the perimeter is equal to the circumference. Today in mathematics, that's called a phi relationship. Phi relationship. And a phi relationship, that's the way all of nature grows. It grows in that kind of proportion. It's a proportional growth. And that's what keeps things in balance. Because if one part of us grew bigger than the other, we'd have no balance. So everything grows that's swirling around. That's the Tloque na Woke. Everything grows. Growth is motion. So everything moves like swirling around each other. So it starts and it grows, but it grows like proportionally all around it. So that the body is never off balance. So, any questions so far?
Well, what I'm understanding is basically like the calendar was formed in a way to teach us like how life is, but like in a balance, right?
Well, the calendar was formed to reflect the balance in life.
Oh, well, that's what I meant.
No, that's not what you meant. What you meant is the way they teach you in school now. In school, they have a set of values, and they get information from the world and make the world conform to those set of values. And whether those set of values reflect the reality of creation doesn't matter, because we live in Western civilization, Western society. Western society says that human beings will recreate the world according to what they want. Natural societies, the society that created the Aztec calendar, says no. We have to reflect, what we do, and what we decide needs to reflect what is already created. Because if we go against what is, for a little while we might think we were winning, but then after a while, the whole of creation.
We're gonna start noticing that we're wrong.
What's that?
Like they're gonna start noticing that they're wrong. Like.
Well, it's not that they notice they were wrong. That just nature is going to say, well, this species just is not cooperating.
Yeah.
And so it's a different way of looking at things. So so in the Tloque na Woke, applied to geometry, becomes a model for constructing something to keep track of the loke and awoke around us. And so the circle that's the body, the circle and square that is the body, has a phi relationship where the perimeter is equal to the circumference.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another relationship that the circle and the square have, and that is when you put a square around a circle, or a circle, within a square, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You have another type of relationship. The circumference of this circle is going to equal 1, 2, 3 sides of the square. You notice that a little square is formed here, plus this little square here, this little side.
Would there be a set for every corner, or just that one?
Well, there's a square at every corner, but you only use one.
Can you use one? Okay.
So, like if you have a circle, you wanna find out the circumference, you put a square like that around it, and then you measure the 3 sides plus this little side, and it comes out to 3 point. If each side is equal to 1, whatever it is, 1 mile, 1 inch, whatever.
Yes.
Then it'll come out to 3.14.
Which is pi.
That is called pi, exactly. So, what the ancients said, all right, if we're going to create a model that reflects what is, we have to construct it in a way that it contains both of these relationships. These two relationships are from very different branches of mathematics.
Yeah, I can tell.
And they don't merge, except they do in the Aztec calendar. The Aztec calendar, they combine these two relationships of the circle and the square in that one piece that you see there. And so the calendar wasn't constructed like, okay, let's count the days and then let's put them here, and let's divide up, the days into this. It wasn't like the Gregorian calendar. Like, okay, let's make it 12 months and approximately 30 days each month, and no, it wasn't.
No, because there's a lot of things to it that isn't involved in the other ones.
Right. So it wasn't really constructed as a measuring piece. See, a clock was constructed. It's a model that doesn't reflect time. It's an instrument that compresses time to what we want it to be.
Yeah, that's why they say that the world's gonna end December 21.
No. Talk about the clock. Our clock.
Yeah, no, but like from it, and they're like relating to like the calendar itself, people tend to say that the world's gonna end on that day.
All that is just that's a misunderstanding of what the calendar is. The calendar, the Aztec calendar, reflects cycles. It reflects small cycles and big cycles. For example, you find in the Aztec calendar the human cycle. You find the cycle of a human being from the time of conception to birth. But you find that cycle, and it's correlated to the bigger cycles, to the cycle of the sun, the moon, and other celestial bodies. They're all linked together. So that the wheels of the calendar, as they twirl, they're kind of synchronized. One twirls, so much, and then it makes the other one twirl, and then the other one twirl, and the other one, and they all move in synchronicity with each other. Because when you look at your own body, your body moves in synchronicity with everything else. It is not separate. Your body is not separate from the cycles of the sun, or the cycles of the moon, or the cycles of the earth, or the cycles of the sky. Your body is in synchronicity. It already is in synchronicity. So if we take your body and make it into an instrument, a geometrical instrument, then it'll reflect what is, and that's what they did. And the Aztec calendar is a reconstruction of the human body based on Tlokenowoke or through Tlokenowoke. That's why it's got a head in the middle. And then your body, but it's really the cycles of your body are then integrated.
So the calendar's telling us like, I don't know how to.
The calendar is a mirror.
Oh yeah,
Put a mirror on the ground, what do you see?
Yourself.
And everything else. That's all the calendar is. It's a mirror.
Oh.
But it's kind of like a mechanical mirror that moves, that records, keeps track of cycles.
Like you said it before in the beginning, how you said it's just a reflection of the things.
Exactly. That's why it's so accurate. But it's not perfect. Because there's no such thing as perfection.
Yeah, I know that.
No. Doesn't mean that nobody's perfect. Perfection is a stupid term. Perfection is a value created by human beings in order to differentiate themselves and set a standard which doesn't exist. Everything in the universe is complete. Everything in the universe flows. And so there's nothing in the universe that's lacking anything. So perfection would be something outside the universe, something beyond the universe. And so there's no such thing. Perfection it's a useless term.
Well, thank you for putting that clearly.
What's that?
I said thank you for putting that like in a clear way.
Okay. I'm not so sure that I did, but
well, I know what you did, especially when like the whole class hears it, they're gonna be like, that is not true.
And they're gonna be watching me eat while I talk to you.
That's fine, don't worry.
Okay, so the Aztec calendar, if you put a circle, okay, and then in that circle you create a square. The wheel of the Aztec calendar that you see would be this third circle. This is the actual calendar, and here's the face. Okay? And this circle and this square would be Tlokenowoke. And then here's a calendar, and the calendar itself is one circle, and then it's a square, and then it's another circle, and then it's another square. It's a sequence. It's a sequence of seven circles and 6 squares, beginning with the first circle. Circle, square, circle, square, circle, square, circle, square.
Does it just keep on going, or does it stop at
7 plus 6 is what?
13?
13 levels. The Aztec calendar has 13 levels. And the 13 in the human body reflects the 13 main articulations of motion that we have. 3 in each limb, which is 9, right?
Yeah.
Or no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
By your feet, 7.
And then your legs.
What up?
This is 12.
Yeah, 12.
And then your neck is 13. So that it reflects that, but it also reflects the 13 cycles of the moon that are equal to one Earth orbit. Every Earth orbit has 13 moon cycles.
Because right here we see it as one, but in another place they see it as another, right?
What do you mean?
Like, when it's rotating like around like during one day, it's like in other places that are like not here, they see it like as something else.
No. I'm just talking about the Earth going around the sun. When the Earth goes around the sun once, the moon goes around the Earth 13 times.
Wow.
No, I mean, not wow, it's just the way it is. There's no wow about it.
No, well, because I don't know any of this, so.
What grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
So that reflects the 13. And, 13 times we have 20 digits, 5 on each foot. So 13 times 20 is what?
360.
260.
Oh, 260. Yeah.
260.
Yeah, it's 12.
Now, why is 260 important? You don't know, so I'm going to tell you. It takes 260 days for your mom to complete you in her womb.
Those are the 9 months?
Months is Gregorian. Months is
Okay.
days. Talking about Earth rotations. What is? Not talking about 24 hours. Talking about Earth rotations.
Okay.
See? There's a difference between 24 hours and Earth rotation. 24 hours is the clock. It's human beings trying to make time what they want it to be. But Earth, there are 260 days, 260 Earth rotations for a human being to be complete inside the womb. That's 13 times 20. But we're not born at 260. We're born at 273. So at 260 plus what number we're born?
13.
That's right. See the number 13? See the pattern? And so those are, that's a reflection of those levels. Then what they discovered, remember this little square here?
Yes.
Okay. Right. Well, it would be, this is the calendar, right? Okay. So it would be this little square here, right? This is the circle, this square. If you divide this circle like this, see the little pie shapes? If you divide this circle into these, you know how many there will be?
13?
No. There will be 18 and a fraction. 18 and a fraction. Okay. Now 18 times 20 is what?
360.
And the fraction?
Would it be the...
Well, the way it works out, the fraction is equal to 5.25. So a year, an Earth orbit is 365.25 days. You see how it came up automatically?
Yeah, I understood that, which is the reason why we have a leap year, because every 4 years, but that's every 0.25 extra, right?
Right. But in here, there's no leap year because it includes
the fraction.
Good. See, I didn't, they didn't invent anything. They just used the model of what is. Now, The other thing is, you put a circle here. And this circle turns in relationship with this big circle. So this circle will turn and count the days for you. So it's like two gears. It's like a giant circle and a little circle. And as one moves, the other one moves too. The other thing is this. This distance here, from this circle to the edge of the square, they divide the circle of the Aztec calendar into 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. And this is the equator, and this is the Tropic of Cancer, and this is the Tropic of Capricorn. And so what Loke does when you use this model is you have a proportional map of the Earth.
Which not a lot of people know.
No. So the Aztec calendar you can put on the ground and put a stick through it and measure the change of the seasons. You can measure the change the Earth rotation. You can do all kinds of things with it naturally.
But at the same time, you kind of have to know how to use it too, huh?
Of course.
Because otherwise, you would just like, you're just seeing something in the ground with a stick through it. Well, I think I have enough.
Really?
Yeah, so far. I mean, the presentation was supposed to be for like 10 minutes. Because like each one of us that were in the group were supposed to have like